are making your much-anticipated Florida Panthers debut. What was the first thought that came to your mind as you took the ice for the first time in a Florida Panthers sweater?
I'm just excited that it's here. You know, it's been a weird feeling kind of being around the group and not playing. And it's really good just to get acquainted with the guys, be part of the group, and be out here with them playing games.
You mentioned getting acquainted with the guys. How have you done that these last few weeks?
There's been a lot of time on the road, which is great. You know, we spend a lot of time together on the road, and it's such an incredible group of guys, very welcoming, you know, and they've really put a great effort in to try to bond, and it's been a lot of fun so far.
Tonight you'll be playing on a line with Mackie Samoskevich and a familiar face in Sam Bennett. How valuable is that familiarity in terms of establishing that chemistry early?
Yeah, it definitely makes it more comforting knowing that I played with Sammy a little bit. You know, so obviously the more we play together, the more we talk and communicate, the better we'll feel, but definitely helps knowing that I played with him before.
Brad, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Guys, we'll send it back to you.
And there's the spotlight and the anticipation of number 63 playing his first game as a Florida Panther.
You bet. Kevin Stenlin, the former Panther, gets the start, along with Nick Bukestad on that fourth line. And the Panthers dump it in there, offside. Someone was a little too anxious to get into the offensive zone and give chase.
Well, you take a look at Brad Marchand, and it's just the experience, the grit, the skill that he has, and the Panthers and their fans are just thrilled to have him. Been out the last few weeks and with an upper body injury, and now he's been practicing and finally in the lineup for the Panthers.
Bjornfoot got it ahead. Samoskevich able to settle that puck down, break over the line. Shot comes through, stick save. Lays it out for Schmidt. Here's Lundell. Over to Marchand. Looks in front, fires from Milka. The save as the power play ends.
Desperately for wins.
Here comes Bennett, lead pass, Marchand. In over the line, Brad Marchand shoots, it goes wide.
Playing in his first game, there he takes the outlet pass. Look at, he's looking around, okay, no options. I'm gonna try and pick the corner on the far side. And then here's the second one, where he just hops over Dursey, but the puck just rolled away from him. Couldn't do anything on the backhand or find an open man as well. So intelligent with that puck.
Nate Schmidt walks in, sets up Mikula. For Milka the save, Marchand stopped at the net. Marchand controls. Wheeling in the offensive zone, gets to the net, and couldn't jam it by Vermelka.
Stick, he gets control of it, and down the outside here, and forced behind the net. Watch, he'll come all the way back around, and then he'll make this little nifty move, gets it underneath Dursey's stick.
Out in front, stolen by Forsling. Here comes Forsling with Marchand. Bennett's the trailer. Forsling looks in front. Deflected puck. Marchand behind the net. In front for Bennett. Backhander. Let's go home, baby! Marchand sets up Bennett for the winner.
Sam Bennett's got a huge pair, including the game winner. And here's how it developed. Forsling out in front, goes behind the net. Look at Marchand waiting for Bennett to get in position. They could have scored 3 or 4 times before that. And how about Brad Marchand? Look at that, picks up the rat. He gets the game-winning assist on Bennett's goal. Let's take another look at it again. There's the centering pass, bounces behind the net. Bennett just pushes it over to Marchand. Look at Marchand's head. He's up. Bennett had position on Keller. And there's the backhand game winner. Another look from the low angle.
First overtime goal in 3 years for Sam Bennett. Now just a point away from his career high. And how fitting is that? I mean, you turn the clock back to last spring when Bennett and Marchand went at it in that playoff game in Boston. It is truly incredible that they are teammates.
Yeah, started D-zone, great read by Forrest to pick off that pass and trying to make a play on the rush. But Benny did a great job kind of stopping in a position to for me to get it to him and made a great play.
You always want to make an immediate impact with a new team. Could you have scripted it better for game one for yourself?
I mean, it's great to get the win and be part of that with the guys. they compete so hard here, and it's just nice to get out there and feel like you're part of it. It's tough watching in a position like this, but great to be out there with them again.
Saw you picking up some rats on the way off the ice.
Yeah.
Part of a new tradition here with the Panthers?
Yeah, it was one of the things that my kids said right away. They were asking about the rats being thrown out there, and I was like, I don't know when it happens, but if it does, I'll grab a couple, so I did.
You mentioned wanting to be out there. What have these last 3 weeks been like since getting traded and just having basically bide your time until you're able to get out there?
Yeah, it's tough. You want to be with the group right away. I mean, it's the best way to build chemistry, build relationships, and find your game on the ice with the group. It's tough when you're out and we're traveling, and my schedule is different than the groups. But just trying to spend as much time with the team as I can. And the coaching staff was awesome. They brought me in for all the meetings, pre-games, so that I could just kind of get accustomed to the way they did things around here, which definitely helped me feel more comfortable coming in today. But it's such a great group to come into. Everybody's so welcoming and really, really good group in the room, which made the transition very easy.
You've been here 3 weeks, but obviously tonight's the first time you could play. Does it feel normal now? Do you think all the acclimation is kind of over and now you can just play hockey?
Yeah, but I mean, it was still a different today. It's the first time I've done a pregame skate at home. The schedule was a lot different than even what it was on the road. So even little things like that you're not accustomed to. But yeah, every day that goes by, feeling much more comfortable and much more part of the group. And when you play and you're in everything day to day, it definitely helps that happen quicker. So I'm excited to continue to build the group here.
How do you feel with Benny to get open there? How much does your relationship and the one you forged with Team Canada help with that?
I mean, every time you're able to play together, it definitely helps your chemistry and our communication. We're trying to talk on and off the ice just about different things, what guys want. But such a big part of the game is reading and reacting, and he's a very smart player. Made a great read to kind of put himself in a position to get a good quality chance, and ultimately why he capitalized on it.
Some of the guys said your first addition to the group chat was a chirp. Just how important has it been to just kind of be yourself and just enjoy?
Yeah, that's just how I am, and I'm not gonna change now. But it's a great group to do that. There's a lot of banter in the room, and you see why they've had so much success the last few years with how close they are and the way that they work and compete every day. And when you have a group like that, they accept people in and make them feel part of the group really quickly.
You've been through a lot of playoff runs. To come in where you guys are, with how close the standings are, just to come in with this final push, just how important is that for you to do what you can over these final 10 games before the playoffs start?
Yeah, you can take a breath there, bud, eh? Right? Hey. No, but I want to try to get as many games in here as possible and really feel comfortable with the group and try to get used to the system and the way our lines are going to play. And they shuffle things around a lot here, but just getting up to speed with the way they do things and everything, the more time on the ice is definitely very beneficial. And you guys like to cut it short. I'm done. Yeah, good. What's up? What you got?
I mistimed you. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
You've known it was coming, but after whatever it was, 1,100 games in Boston, you put on a different sweater today.
Yeah.
Game for the first time. Was that a little bit odd for you?
It was odd when I stepped on the ice. That was the first time I kind of, it kind of hit me going out there and being cheered by Panthers fans was a lot different. But it's a great feeling. It's not often that you get to be part of a group like this, and I've been on a lot of teams throughout the years, and when you have something special, you walk into a special room, and that's what they have here, and it's what you want to be part of. There's not many teams that are legit contenders each year, and when you walk in the room, the way they talk about the game, the way they talk about working, competing, and showing up every day, there's a reason why they're as good as they are, and you want to be part of that. It's something special, and you don't get it every day. And the longer you're around and the quicker it goes by, you realize how special it is. So I feel very fortunate and excited to be part of this group.
You spent a lot of time watching video and sitting in meetings with this team, but what were your just overall impressions of the style of hockey you guys played tonight?
I love the way that the team competes and you know how calm they are in every moment of the game. You know, they just have that confidence to swag all the way through, and it's contagious in the group and in the room. You know, so I love that aspect of it. But from day one, coming in here, I've always loved the way guys compete and the way they work, how they take care of themselves. It's a lot of fun to see.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Thank you.